Buzz! It's here! It's here!
What? What are you talking about?
The plane! The plane! It just dropped an emergency supply of toilet paper in downtown Beavertown. Hurry up, Buzz! I have to go bad! There's not one roll left in the house!
Okay, I better hurry over there and get some.
Buzz, don't forget to wear a mask. There's one over by the door.
Okay, got it.
Hurry up, Buzz.
See you later.
Why did the toilet paper roll down the hill? To reach the bottom. I got untapped reserves.
Hello everybody, this is Bert of Everybody Woods, and welcome to another video of the Forgotten Movie Series. So today, we're going to work on the new 221 airline.
Buzz!
What?
They can't hear you. You can't be heard. Take that silly thing off. Take the mask off. Okay, that's better. You're such a dope.
Okay, where was I? Hi everybody, this is Buzz 1151 and welcome to part 3 of this Forgotten Radio series. Now today we're going to turn our focus to the 1941 airline. Since I did the Sentinel last week, it's now the airline's turn.
Good.
And this one here looks like it could use a paint job.
Maybe you're right.
It's got a bunch of paint flicking off here, so this has got to be cleaned and sanded before I prime it and then paint it. So before I do that, let's take another look at the chassis, shall we?
If you want my opinion, let him do it again.
Seems like old times.
You all remember this, right?
Whatever.
We hooked up a couple of electrolytic caps on it and we tested it.
Plug it in, Joe, and we'll see what happens.
What I think I'll do is I'll change all these wax caps and whatever resistors that need to be changed. Get the new electrolytics in there and get that out of the way because a big chunk of time is going to be spent getting that cabinet in shape. So let me get this out of the way and we can get to the cabinet. I just gave this cabinet here a long bath. Probably the first bath it's had since 41, so 60, almost 80 years. That's a long time to go between baths. So what do I have to do now? Before I prime it, I'm going to wet sand all these places where it's flaking off.
Make it happen.
So it's nice and smooth.
Oh, very smooth.
It's a long and tedious process.
You are watching a master at work.
I can see the orange peel on this radio here. That's what I hope to avoid when I paint this. I'm going to try to sand all that orange peel off. And this is a good place to start. Before I even put paint on, just get this as smooth as possible.
Brother, take it easy.
When it's finished, we'll give you a look. It's about an hour later, and I finished sanding, and took quite a bit of the paint off here. Now, it had to be done, and I was thinking, maybe I should have just stripped it. But that would mean going to the store and getting stripper, so I'm not going to do that. I'll probably kick myself later, but what are you going to do? So, it's ready for priming.
Oh, brother.
It's all very smooth.
Smooth.
I figured that paint job lasted almost 80 years. Guess it's a good foundation. Hopefully the rest won't just chip off.
You reap what you sow.
So it's a pretty good day here in Oregon. So I'm going to take this out and give it a white primer on it and see what happens. I want to show you a short clip here from our subscriber Eddie D. He has a radio that looks just like my Sentinel, so he made a short video of it, and I'm going to show you a few clips from that.
So I'm just putting this short video together for Buzz1151 of YouTube fame, as this recently came into my possession, and it is strangely familiar to one that Buzz recently restored on his channel. The radio in Buzz's video is a Sentinel, whereas this one here is an Addison, specifically a Model 53, I think. More on that later. One thing to note on this radio is that, as far as I know, that is the original pointer. It is made out of plastic, however, so that may not be the case. There's a shot of the actual antenna on this in its full glory. There are a total of 33 turns on the winding. The radio is basically the same chassis, same tube layout. The air condenser seems to be exactly the same as the Sentinel. There's a shot of the front of the radio with a blown dial cord. There's a shot of the beauty side. A couple of really crusty looking waxies in there. So anyway, that's about all I want to put in this video on this. Just some information for Buzz, because I really found it quite amazing that it's a completely different radio made by a different company. This one's Canadian. Anyway, I hope you all are doing okay, and during this time, wish you all the best and take care of yourself. And that's it for me. Bye for now.
So thanks, Eddie, for that clip. If you want to see the complete video, go ahead and subscribe to his channel. What do you got to lose? Well, let's take a look at this after 3 light coats. It covered pretty good. Pretty impressed by that.
I'd like to stroke it.
What I think I'll do here is I'll just give this a light wet sanding. Then we'll see how it looks like. I'm going to paint this ivory. I believe that was the original color. I think it looks pretty good. Well, I was just going to start the recap on here, and I noticed these wires here, the insulation is flaking off.
Yeah.
This is very typical of these early 40 radios when they switch to a type of rubber insulation. And just about all the radios I've seen, it just flakes off like that. So I'm going to have to rewire all of that. Doesn't look like there's too much in there, but that's going to take some time. But to rewire this, I like to use pushback wire. Let me show you how that works in case you don't know what that is. I use a 22 gauge. Now this stuff is hard to find and it's a little bit spendy, but it really speeds things up when you have to rewire some stuff. You don't have to strip it, you just cut it, then you take the wire and you just push this back and the wire comes out. No fuss, no muss. See how that works? If you got a lot of wiring to do, this stuff really speeds things up. Well, here's our lucky contest winner, Bond, James Bond. Thanks, James, for the photo. Well, I gotta rewire this IF coil here. And I can't use the pushback wire on here because of the colors. So I'm gonna rewire this using the same colors as what's on it. Well, there it is. Let's just stick it back in the machine and get this thing rewired. Man, this has been a friggin' mess. I'm not even done yet. I cleaned out all this mess.
Why don't you just shut up?
Had a new capacitor put in there, moved it, and it broke.
Poor baby.
Well, there's my progress so far. I still got to put a new power cord in there. There's still some more of this crappy wire here. You know, it's been a long time since I rewired one of these, and I forgot what a pain in the butt it was. What did I say earlier, that it wasn't gonna be much problem? Because once you start undoing the wires, it goes to one point. And then at that point, there's like 3 wires going out of there. So you gotta change all 3 wires and go to another point, and there's 4 more wires going out from there.
Stop whining.
It's never ending. It's a god-fucking piece of shit. Excuse my French.
Oh, brother.
Anyway, I'm almost done. I gotta calm down here and go get a beer. How about you guys? You want a beer? Beer's on me.
2 beers, bartender. I'll take 2 beers too.
Well, here goes. The first test after I rewired it, the way these things usually go is I spend a day or 2 rewiring it, and then I test it and it doesn't work. Spend the next 3 days trying to figure out why I screwed up. That's just the nature of Buzz. Buzz screws up a lot, so I've got the chassis here in case it smokes. You get to see the smoke. So let's just do it, huh? I'm going to put the box hot. I'm going to put the Variac hot. Alright, let's just watch the amp draw. It starts to spike. I'm going to turn that sucker off. So, here we go. I've got the volume on. I've got the loop antenna hooked up. So whatever will be, will be.
You shut up.
Que sera, sera. Here we go.
I'm so nervous. I'm sweating like a pig.
At least I don't see any shorts, or else this would spike. Up to 60 volts going in it. Whoa, is that the B plus coming up? I can't believe this. Holy crap.
Holy hole in a donut!
$90 volt.
Oops.
Okay, it's up to 110 here.
The online event starts at 8 o'clock on April 18th.
You've done well, Lord Vader.
Oh man, what a relief.
Frankie and Johnny were sweethearts, and oh, what a couple in love. Frankie was loyal to Johnny, just as true as the stars above. He was her man, but he was doing her wrong. Now Frankie went down to the drugstore. Ice cream she wanted to buy, and the soda jerk told her that Johnny was making love to Nellie Bly. He was her man, but he was doing her wrong. Now Frankie's dad was a policeman, so she stole his old .44 gun. And then back to the drugstore she beat it, just as fast as she could run, after the man who was doing her wrong.
Sounds pretty good. I found this old ad here online. It says new modern plastic radios, colorful and dependable. The best small radios we've ever offered. Now those two radios you see there are similar to mine, and these are the cheaper versions, I believe. Let's just scroll down a little bit, see if we can see mine. There's mine, looking as beautiful as ever. On the left side there, the white one there is $10.49. What a bargain. I guess the white one was a little bit more expensive than the plain Bakelite radio. They had to charge for the paint. Cool.
Cool.
I was looking at this radio here. I just wanted to point out a couple things here. It's kind of unusual here. You see the tuning cap here, how it's slanted at an angle?
Yes.
That's weird, huh?
That is some weird, wild stuff.
And this front plate here is at an angle too. I wonder why they did that. If anybody knows, let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
Another unusual thing I noticed on this. See this? This is a dual capacitor here. There's a 50 picofarad on each side here. See it? And it's still good. Another fun fact on this is I guess this is strain relief here. So I put a new cord on here. Power comes in from the bottom and it loops around here. That's weird, huh?
Oh, yes, that's very true. There's no denying it.
I'm going to take off this dial cover here. See, it's all faded. Let me take that off camera. We'll see what the dial looks like without that cover on it. Okay, I've just got one more clip to take off.
Some men have a gift for this sort of thing. Some don't.
Okay, let's see what that looks like. Probably the first time this has been off since it was made.
Wow!
Oh, that looks nice. This has got to go. I've been on the internet and I ordered a new dial cover from this guy here. It was 20 bucks. It costs more than a radio. Well, here it is. Let's see what it looks like.
Please hurry up.
Wow. Look at that. It's gorgeous. This is going to be one spiffy looking radio. And there's the dial. It's made of some, this feels like cardboard, but this feels like some type of foil. You can see that in the back there. Very cool.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Hello, folks. Tickle Afflockett here. From jolly old England, Richard McIntyre has some kind words for me and Buzz. Richard has a YouTube channel that we have watched many times over the past few years. He restores old gramophones. You know, the old wind-up kind that uses no electricity. He likes to play his collection of 78 records on them when he fixes them. Here's a clip where Richard praises not only Buzz, but yours truly. Let's take a peek.
One of my, I've got them on the screen here, you might be able to just see in the corner. One of the channels I really like watching is Buzz1151, and Buzz has got an alter ego guy called Diggle Afflockett, and so if you're a fan of his at all, or if you want to tune into him fixing his beautiful radio sets and other equipment, then it's worth it. And he puts lots of anecdotal sort of film clips as well, voiceovers, which really entertain to a great degree. So Buzz, you get a big thumbs up from me today, and thank you for your comments. And Buzz is saying, hi Richard, just great that you enjoy my humble videos. Dickel says hi, and like your new tune a day, keep COVID-19 away. Special regards, Buzz.
Personally, I think he likes me better. You see, we both have a lot in common. We like old records, we like Al Bowley, the 1930s crooner, and he enjoys having a bottle of wine with his evening meal. Me, I like to have a couple of bottles of whiskey with mine. So check out his channel and watch some of his gramophone videos. So Richard, pip pip, cheerio, and all that rot.
Well, tragedy has struck again. I was taking this off to clean it. I was going to tighten up the spring and the cord, and it just snapped off. Crap. Hey, old goat, if I send this to you, can you restring it, please?
I can't! I can't!
driving me crazy. What did I do? What did I do? My tears for you make everything hazy, clouding the sky of blue. How true were the friends who were near me to cheer me, believe me they knew. But you were the kind that would hurt me, desert me when I needed you. Yes, you're driving me crazy. What did I do to you?
Well, it's been almost 5 days since I painted this ivory. I put on 3 coats. I'm not sure if that's enough. I've got to wet sand this to remove orange peel.
Well, now see what you've done.
I may get to the point where I sand and I go too far because there's not enough coats of paint on there. And I'll have to paint it some more. Hopefully I can get away with it. This is very time consuming. After you spray it, like 3 or 4 coats, you gotta let it dry quite a while before you can wet sand it. Okay, I've been wet sanding it. Here's what orange peel looks like after you start to sand. You see this area here. Looks like the skin of an orange.
No kidding.
You want to get it down to like this point here. So I got to continue to sand this area here. Hopefully I can get this all done. This is very time consuming and boring. So in order to pass the time, I dream about Anne Margaret.
Hubba hubba.
Well, I was doing pretty good. Then I hit the primer.
You jerk!
You can just see it. This area right here, that's the primer. So I'm going to have to spray it again. Probably another 3 or 4 coats. That means another 5 days. Looks like I'll never get this video up, but let's do it right, right? Right.
Jake Party was a highwayman. A price was on his head. In every town that he came through, he killed some people dead. Jake Party, someday you'll hang. His eyes were cold as ice when he went on a shooting binge. He leered down on his victims 'cause he liked to see them cringe. Jake Party, someday you'll hang. He chased the frightened women till they felt his vicious breath. The fate he had in store for them was truly worse than death. Jake Party, someday you'll hang. One day in Peckinpah's saloon, he had too much to drink. The sheriff took him by his neck and threw him in the clink. Jake Party, someday you'll hang. He sat in jail for 5 long years and planned and plotted well. He pistol whipped the sheriff when he a murderer and a thief. Oh, for the torment that he caused, oh, for the tears and grief. Jake, Jake Party, someday you'll hang. He sat down to a poker game, and when he lost his stack, he let the winner start for home and shot him in the back. Jake, Jake Party, someday you'll hang. He can't escape his sorry end, no matter how he'd cry. He lived his life by violence, he'll die. Jake, Jake Party, someday you'll hang. Someday you'll hang. Someday you'll hang.
Well, after that fiasco, managed to poke a hole in it. It's not too bad. I got the knobs all cleaned up and shined. Looking pretty good. I didn't paint these because I wanted to have a little contrast between the colors between the knobs and the cabinet here. So I think that's going to look pretty good.
You really asking for trouble, fella.
While you were watching that stringing video of mine, I've been busy painting this thing. And I painted it 3 more coats. And in order to speed things up, I put this radio in the oven with the light on. I left it on there for like 12 hours and it dried pretty good. So I was able to wet sand it this morning, and boy did it come out good. I'm impressed. Nice and smooth.
Oh, very smooth.
No orange peel here.
I'll have an orange juice.
I'm going to polish this up with Novus number 2.
Yeah, skip the commercial, will you?
And this will be finished. Then you know what that means.
Yes.
Are you ready for the reveal? Are you? I bet you are. Well, let me get this done, and we'll do it. Don't go away. Okay, here we go. I give you the 1941 Montgomery Ward Airline Model 14WG518. And that was a mouthful.
Here I go again. I hear those trumpets blow again. All aglow again. Taking a chance on love. Here I slide again. About to take that ride again. Starry-eyed again. Taking a chance on love. I thought the clouds were a frame of I see a rainbow blending now. We'll have a happy ending now, taking a chance on ball again. I'm riding for a ball again. I'm gonna give my all again, taking a chance on
Well, there you go. That was pretty damn good, huh? Hope you enjoyed the video. Until we meet again, this is Buzz signing off. Good night.
Holy mackerel.